Hey, fig fam. Coffee and figs. Well, figs no more for the season, really. But he's sleeping. About to make some cuttings. All right, anybody who wants Paradiso Gene, I'm gonna have plenty of cuttings. It's one of my favorite Adriatic types. If you don't know what an Adriatic type fig is, it is a green exterior with a red interior. Has nice notes of honey and strawberry. It'll split on a lot of rain, but it'll also not, and have a nice like fruity flavor to it. And then anything else? If you get a Bravo on this is one of the best Bravos I've ever had. So I'll post a picture maybe in the edit of this YouTube video. But if you go on my Instagram profile and go back to about 2018, I have a Bravo from this that it's the best one I've ever had. It's the best one I've ever had. So shout out to Gene Hosey from Figs for Fun and the Pomona Italiana by Galesio. Even though there's a few other Paradisos out there, they're all in that realm, except for maybe Joe Morley's. And I'm also gonna have a ton of Violet Soleil, so a late ripening variety with nice berry flavor. It's also, if you have Bourjasotte Noir, it's the same. So I actually put it next to my Bourjasotte Gris just for that reference. I'll have a few of these too. So if you want Bourjasotte Gris, reach out to me. But I'll put them on fig bid. I got away from it the past few years as I cultivated this orchard here. But fig bid is a great resource that I use for selling and buying. It's a great community option. So figbid.com. I'm gonna have some Peter's honey and some Stella available. I may be selling some of these Coldendon Noirs and Coldendon Blancs. I have to decide how I want to prune these trees. So keep posted on Figbid for those in the coming weeks. But really what I wanted to talk about, I had to put my coffee down, this is my pump house. I'm on well water if anybody has questions on how that works. We have a confined aquifer. It's about 300 feet down, called the PD Aquifer here in Wilmington. We have Castle Hayne limestone, Castle Hayne Aquifer, which is only about 30-40 feet, and then we have the PD Aquifer, which just goes way further down. It's a confined aquifer. Okay, turn this off for my variegated lemon. Ponte Tresa in here. I am propagating today. I'm going through the first set from my phase 1, phase 2. All of these include phase 2. They're still sleepy. And then phase 3 as of recent. But already have 6 more trees here. We have Figo Preto rooted. We have a White Triana, Yellow Long Neck, and Long Duat, 2 of those. So there they are. I up-potted them because they have hardy roots and they're growing on their own. But I'm going to check out the roots on a few of these. We had some failures. I'm not running 100% right here. These Paradisos, practicing with green cuttings. If anybody is curious what this is parafilm wax. It helps retain moisture in the cutting, so I put it in on the top. Here's an example. And in the bottom, leave exposed. Again, this Paradiso Gene, I put some rooting hormone on it. But it's not really something to be doing. Now we're getting some success here. I try to keep the greenhouse in the 60s and 70s. And let me back up in the wide angle. Whoop. And it's 10 by 12 by 10 at the peak. I got my plumerias in here. I have a space heater coming that is designed for this greenhouse. I will post in the comment section what I bought, because I can't remember off the top of my head. My little workstation, my rooting mix that I actually upped the, now I use like a simple potting soil. Here, this Organic Care True Earth potting mix from my local hydroponics store. He's really knowledgeable. I'll give a shout out to him in the comments because I can't remember off the top of my head. Possibly because I haven't had enough coffee this morning. I am putting perlite and vermiculite in here to air it out. And then I am using these tree pots here so I have appropriate space in the bottom. I'll try to post some pictures of the success of these. Have been awesome. They have a ton of roots. And I think it took a month total, especially the white Triana and the long doigt and the yellow long neck. Those three right there, I've been very impressed with. LSU purples seems to be struggling because they have small leaves like this. To me, that indicates that there's not enough root growth. They just responded to the humidity. This one had like the littlest tiny root coming, so I'm hopeful for it. I repotted in some better mixture of those three. Before, I just used perlite and compost that I had created, which may have been a little too dense still at that point. So I'm going to scan through, take a look at all of these, and take a up pot these. These don't have enough space in the bottom. I did this out of desperation when I had a big collection of figs. So I'm just giving you guys an update of my trials and tribulations of rooting. But basically the most successful is nice aerated soil, nice base on the bottom for aeration, for root development. A little bit, score the bottom of the branches and put a little bit of root hormone. Either of these two work. It's the same compound, Fertilome or Garden Safe. This was at Lowe's. This is often you'll see at your local gardening store. I'm about to hack through these 10 Negrone cuttings that I got off FigBid. So again, shout out to FigBid for the past 4 years of my life of doing fig stuff. Plumerias, we'll see how they do. Also a propagation type plant. This is my night blooming Cirrus. I had one that was like 5 feet tall. I left it out in a freeze because I was traveling for work. Makes beautiful scented flowers at night. Hardy avocado that a friend gave me. I'm just letting it live here. I don't think it's a Haas. I think they actually had a hardy variety, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, this is what I'll be doing most of this morning. I'll probably be resetting those Negrone cuttings. I'll probably be up potting those so they have a nice container to actually grow well in. But I've already had 6 trees out of the first batch, so I am hopeful, even if the soil wasn't that good. So on the right path, but lighten up the soil, I've learned, and make sure they have space. You can hear the rain. That's Tropical Storm Nicole passing through here in Wilmington. The greenhouse seems to be holding up great. We're hitting our last band, but we also shout out to all the people in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. I hope you guys are all safe, and thank you all the veterans for your service on this Veterans Day. If you're a veteran, I would love to give you some fig cuttings, so just reach out and I'll just mail them to you. So take care. Signing off. I'm going to put these in some pots and check to see my success rate, and I'll keep you guys posted throughout the winter. Cheers.